It was December 4th, 1996, a night forever written into Norwegian football folklore. The winter air in Trondheim was freezing, the streets coated in snow, yet the hearts of thousands inside Lerkendal Stadium burned with hope. Rosenborg Ballklub, the pride of Norway, stood on the edge of something historic. They were about to face AC Milan, a European giant, a club of legends, with millions of fans across the world. Few gave the Norwegians a chance. But football, as always, had its own script to write. Rosenborg had entered the 1996-97 UEFA Champions League group stage as outsiders. Drawn against AC Milan, Porto, and IFK Göteborg, they were expected to simply enjoy the experience. But under the guidance of Nils Arne Eggen, Rosenborg were not content with just being there. Eggen, a visionary coach, had built something special in Trondheim, a team defined by intelligence, unity, and courage. His football philosophy, inspired by Johan Cruyff's ideals and Norwegian collectivism, focused on short passing, attacking play, and absolute belief in the system. His message before that fateful night was simple: we play our football, always. The situation was dramatic. Before the final group match, Rosenborg sat third in the table. To qualify for the quarter-finals, they needed to beat AC Milan at San Siro and hope Porto didn't win their game. Almost everyone saw it as impossible. Milan's squad featured icons: Paolo Maldini, Marcel Desailly, Demetrio Albertini, Weah, Dejan Savićević, players who had conquered Europe many times over. Rosenborg's stars were mostly Norwegian, semi-professional not long ago, and unknown to global audiences, but they had heart, chemistry, and belief. The match began with Milan dominating possession. The Rossoneri pressed high, creating early chances, but Rosenborg stayed calm. Their defensive shape held strong, with Erik Hoftun and Bjorn Otto Brogstad blocking everything in sight. Goalkeeper Jorn Jumpfall made vital saves to keep the dream alive. Then, just before halftime, the unthinkable happened. Vegard Hegem broke forward on the right, cutting a perfect low cross to Harald Brattbakk. One touch, then another, and the ball was in the back of the net. 1-0 Rosenborg. Silence in Milan. Chaos in Trondheim. Milan, wounded and desperate, pushed harder in the second half. In the 58th minute, Marco Simone found an equalizer. It felt like the end of the fairy tale, the moment when experience would finally crush hope. But Rosenborg refused to surrender. Gentle kept urging his players to stay brave, to keep playing their football. Then, in the 70th minute, lightning struck twice. A quick counterattack found Brattbakk again, sprinting behind Milan's defense. Face to face with Sebastiano Rossi, he stayed ice-cold and placed the ball beautifully into the corner. 2-1 Rosenborg. For the final 20 minutes, it was pure tension. Milan unleashed wave after wave of attack. Weerpen hit the post, Albertini fired wide, Savićević danced through defenders, but Rosenborg stood unshaken. Every tackle, every clearance, every second that passed felt like a heartbeat echoing across Norway. And when the final whistle finally blew, it was official. AC Milan were eliminated. Rosenborg were through. The impossible had happened. In one freezing December night, a Norwegian club had conquered one of football's richest empires. The players collapsed on the pitch in tears of disbelief and joy. Nils Arne Eggen, calm as ever, smiled quietly. His dream had become reality. Back home, fans filled Trondheim's streets, waving flags, singing through the snow. Across Europe, headlines screamed, "Milan out, Rosenborg through." That victory was more than just a football result. It symbolized the strength of belief, teamwork, and identity. Rosenborg had proven that you didn't need millions of euros to achieve greatness. You needed unity, spirit, and courage to play without fear.